So welcome to our channel Maths Theta, and today I will be discussing with you all square raw shortcut. The topic of this video, as you can see from the thumbnail, is square raw shortcut. So this is our topic and we'll try to learn very shortcut tricks of finding the square. And this we will be doing in 4 different parts. So let's start with the part 1, where we'll be learning the square of those number whose whose unit digit is 5. Whose unit digit is 5. I hope you know the meaning of unit digit, last digit, right? Last digit is 5. So how to find the square of those values whose unit digit is 5 within seconds? So let's take an example. Suppose you have to find the square of 35. We have to find the square of 35. First of all, what do we mean by square of 35? It simply means 35 into 35. So small kids have to do the value of 35 into 35 in this way, or some people suggest of taking a plus b whole square, 30 plus 5 whole square. But this one more easier way which I am going to discuss now, how to find the square of such values in a within very fraction of seconds. Let's see. Whenever you will see 5 in the unit digit, you write it down 25 in the last place, and this 3 has to be multiplied with its next number. This 3 has to be multiplied with its next number, and you will get 3 4 are 12. So you got the square value of 35. I repeat what I have done. Seeing 5 in the unit place, please note it down 25, and this remaining 3 has to be multiplied with its next number 4, and you will get 3 4 are 12. So this is how you can get the square value of 35 square. I take another example. Suppose 65 square. So seeing 5, you can directly write 25 first of all, and this 6 has to be multiplied with its next number 7, and write it down here. 6 7 are 42, and this is how you can get the square value of 65. Another example, if I take of 95 square, what will be its value? Seeing 5, you will write it down 25, and this 9 when multiplied with its next number, that is 10, you will get 9 10 are 90. Last example, please check it out. If I tell you to find the square of 135, suppose, square of 135 suppose, then what will be the value? See, seeing this 5, write it down 25, and this 13 has to be multiplied with its next number 14. As simple as that. This number 13 has to be multiplied with its next number 14. So what will be the value of 13 into 14? 169 plus 13, 182. So this is how we can find the square value. 13 into 14 will be what? 182. Similarly, if I tell you to find the square value of 205 square, so what you will do? Separate this, and 5, seeing 5, write it down 25 first. Seeing this last digit 5, write it down 25 first. And this 20 has to be multiplied with its next number 21. So everyone knows 20 into 21 is what? 420. 20 into 21 is what? 420. So this is how you can get the square value of 205. Square value of 205. That is 42025. So this is what we learnt in part 1, where the condition was that unit digit is 5. Let's learn second part. Part 2. In this video we will learn numbers which are nearest to 100. Numbers which are nearest to 100. How to find their square value for the numbers which are nearest to 100. So let us see by example. If I take example of suppose 93 square. So everyone knows this 93 is nearest to 100, right? So how to find its square value? So what we see is this number is 7 less than 100. This number 93 is 7 less than 100. So write down the square value of 7. So write down the square value of 7. Now the same 7 has to be subtracted from 93. The same 7 has to be subtracted from the given number 93, and whatever you get, write it down. This will be your square value. I repeat what I have done. Since this 93 was 7 less than 100, so we have done the square of 7 and written 49 here. And the same 7 has to be subtracted from the given number 93 and we will get 86. And we'll get 86. Right? 93 minus 7 will get 86. So this will be the square value of 93. If I take another example, suppose 96 square, then what you will write? Since this number 96 is 4 less than 100, then first of all write the square value of 4, and the same 4 has to be subtracted from the given number, that is 96 minus 4 will be done and you will be left with 92. So this will be the square value of 96. I take another example. Suppose you have to find the square of 88 square. Suppose you have to find the square of 88 square. So once again what you will do? This number is 12 less than 100, right? This number is 12 less than 100. Then 12 square is what? 144. 12 square is what? 144. So you will write 44 here, and 1 is a prairie and 1 is a prairie here, right? Now, as usual, from the given number, from the original number 88, 12 has to be subtracted and 1 prairie has to be added. So what we will get? 88 minus 12, 76, and plus 1, 77. I repeat what I have done. Since this 88 is 12 less than 100, then first of all do the square of 12. We will get 144. Just only write 44 in 2-digit form. 1 will be carry. And the same 12 will be subtracted from 88. You will get 76. And 1 carry is added as usual and we will get 77. So this will be our answer. Taking one more example of such type. Suppose 83 square. What will be its value? Since 83 is 17 less than 100, then what will be the value of 17 square? It will be 289. It will be 289. So here 2 will be carry, right? Here 2 will be carry. And same from the original number 83, 17 has to be subtracted and 12 has to be added. And 12 has to be added. So what will get? 83 plus 2, 85, and 85 minus 17 is 68. 85 minus 17 is 68. So this is how we find the square of the digits which are nearest to 100. You can take one more example. Suppose 98 square. So since you know this number is 2 less than 100, 98 is 2 less than 100, then square of 2 is what? 4. Then as usual we will write the square value in the 2-digit form. As usual we will write the square value in the 2-digit form, that is 04. And that same 2 will be subtracted from 98 and we get 96. 98 minus 2. We get 96. Now, it is not only about less than 100. We can take or apply this concept for the numbers which are more than 100 also. For example, 106 square. For example, 106 square. So, clearly it is seen that this number is 6 more than 100. 6 more than 100. Then first of all 6 square is 36. This part is same. 6 square will do and we'll write it down 36. But this time since 6 is more than 100, we will add 6 in 106. We will add 6 and we'll get 112. Before it was less, then we used to subtract. But here it is clearly more than 100, then we will add. Taking another example of 111 square. 11 square will be what? 121. So write down 21 in the 2-digit form and 1 will be your carry. And 1 will be your carry, right? Now, as we know from the original number 111, 11 has to be added and also carry 1 has to be added. So what it will be? 111 plus 11 is 122 plus 1 carry 123. This is how we got it. Taking one more example. 114 square. So 14 square is what? 196. We have written it in 2-digit form and 1 is carry here. And from this 114, since this 14 was more than 100, try to understand in this question 114, 14 was more than 100. So we did the square of 14 and we got 196, where 1 is carry. And the same 14 has to be added in this original number. We will get 128, and 128 plus 1, 128 plus 1 will give us how much? 129. Will give us 129. So this is how you can find the square value in the easiest way in within seconds, right? Moving to the part 3 now. But I think part 3 has to be done in a separate video, part 3 and 4. Okay, so keep this video till here only. In the part 2 of this square plus shortcut, we will be doing part 3 and part 4. So keep it till here only in this video. Thank you so much.